Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Julia here with Rock My Tarot. I just wanted to come on and do a tag. This is my first tag to Why Do You Tarot by Brian Cormack Carr. I wrote these questions down. Let me see if I can read my own handwriting. Okay. Number 1, how did tarot come into your life? Well, it's interesting because every year, when I was in my late 20s and through my 30s, I used to go to Savannah, Georgia to the Jazz Festival every year. I believe it's in like September. And I used to go with a girlfriend of mine. And we went, and when we were downtown having dinner one evening, I saw a shop that was like a crystal, whatever shop. I wasn't even into crystals or anything like that then. I wanted to see the books because books were my big thing and get some incense or something. So anyway, we went in this shop and I saw a sign that said tarot readings. And I thought, I wouldn't mind having a tarot reading. And so, they asked the girl when she would be ready. She was ready then. And I went up to her reading area, which was upstairs in this building. And she asked me to hold hands with her and that she was going to say a prayer before we began our reading. And I said, okay, that's fine. And so we grasped hands and she said a prayer like something like what I do now, because this is where I got it from. Please bring in my spirit guides and guardian angels and make a bridge between us so that we can have a clear communication. And I don't remember what else she said in her prayer, but I know that my hands started heating up, my hand that was holding hers intensely. And I didn't know if she could feel it or whatever. So anyway, when the prayer was over and we were walking over to her table, she said, I just wanted to ask you a question. By any chance, did you have any kind of, thought, feeling, or whatever when we were saying this prayer? And I said, yes. I said, I felt intense heat in my hand. She said, so did I, but I didn't know if you did. So she said, you're very closely connected with your angels. And I was like, okay. So we sat down and I don't even remember what deck she used. I had never done tarot. I don't know what it was. It was probably a Rider-Waite deck or whatever. But anyway, she laid it out. I don't even remember what kind of spread. I know it was rather large. I do remember that. And she started telling me like what was going on in my life right now. And it was like she had been sitting on the balcony of our bed and breakfast listening to me and my girlfriend drinking wine and discussing our lives the night before. It was just incredibly accurate, and I was just floored. I thought, wow, this is just really cool. And she also recommended that I go to see a woman on my way back to Florida who lived in a neighborhood on the way there, because she felt like I had some stuck energy, like right here. And she said she does Reiki, and, she just lives in this home. She's very, low key or whatever. It's not a shop or anything like that. If you're interested, I'll give her a call and give you her number. So I said, yeah, sure. And so she gave me her number and called the lady and told her that I might, call her the next day or when we got ready to leave and come by. And so when we went downstairs to the little shop, I got some books and some jewelry and stuff like that. And I saw a book on Reiki, and that was my first Reiki book I ever got. And I thought, yeah, this is interesting. It sounds really cool what she does, so I'm gonna read about it. And I don't even think I got a tarot book or anything then. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I got several books, but I don't think one was a tarot book. Anyway, I was just floored by her reading, and I wanted to find out more about it. I did know that. And I went back and told, everyone, my girlfriend, my sister, and everything, and we were just like flabbergasted. I went over the whole thing. So anyway, on the way back, I did stop by to this woman's house and have Reiki done on me, and I had never had that. My sister was with me, and she's an RN, and she said I could see your reaction to what she was doing. And I couldn't see what the lady was doing, but I could feel where she was at over my body, and I would say, I can feel you here, there, or wherever. And my sister was kind of amazed with that too. So that was the end of that. That's how it came into my life. Number 2, how did you use it for yourself and or for others? I didn't. I got a tarot book. I don't even remember what my first tarot book was. And I got a deck of cards and that it recommended, which was like a universal way, was what I learned on. And it didn't make any sense to me. I couldn't figure it out to save my life, but that's what started my spiritual path. And for, the next 10 years or so, I read intensely about spiritual, I have psychic mediumship abilities like many people do, and I'd always questioned it and pushed it down and was sort of afraid of it. And so I've spent all those years studying that. I read all the tarot book and the Reiki book, and got really fascinated with that and read more on that. And I kept trying periodically to do the tarot, but I never could connect with it. I just never could. So I put that away for several years. My sister had bought me 2 decks when she had gone to a teaching seminar. She got me the Mother Peace Tarot and the Goddess Tarot. And I thought, oh, these are cool. This will get me into it. It didn't. So all that sat down for years and years and years. So 3, how has your understanding of tarot changed since then? And if it has changed, why? Most definitely it has. So many years later, I saw in one of our local papers, that there was a tarot class being offered. And I thought, oh, wow, that's what I need is a class, because reading the books and stuff just didn't do it for me. And so I went to the class, and it was like a 6 or 8 week course. I don't remember now, several years ago. And that's what did it for me. That's what brought it all together. I hadn't thought I'd learned anything reading the book and doing anything, but things pieced together. And it really, the best part of it for me, what really clinched it for me, was doing practice readings with everybody in the class. And I found, that they came quite easily to me. So that's how I started. Well, then I ended up going into number 4, how to use tarot for yourself and others. That transitioned into, I ended up, I don't know how many courses I took at this shop, but it was, like I said, a metaphysical store. And I ended up doing Reiki and Reiki healings, and I got attunement and took psychic development classes, the tarot classes. I ended up doing a crystal class there. And then I ended up reading tarot there after, I don't know how long it was. Anyway, I read tarot there. And I found when I was reading tarot for people all the time on a daily basis, my psychic ability kicked in. I would just be reading the cards, and it wouldn't happen with everybody. And I came to find out why later, but a lot of times I would just be doing the reading, and a few cards into it, my psychic ability would just come into play, and I would just put the cards down and end up just giving a reading. So that's how it changed over the years, and I really, really enjoyed that. Then I haven't done it in a long time because of my parents' illness and walking away, and now I'm back, and due to some medical issues, my mind isn't completely where I want it to be for it, but I plan on doing it again. I just, like I said, I was, being treated for a nervous breakdown for like 4 years, and then I have my own medical issues, and recently I've gotten back into it, and met the YouTube community, and after years of stalking it, I have jumped in, and so that's how it all has changed for me. Number 5, why do you tarot? Because it interests me. It's something that I'm interested in. It helps me get in touch with my psychic ability. That's not the only way I can. Going to workshops and doing galley readings with people, that gets me in touch with it too, but it's something that I can tap into anytime in the privacy of my own home. Now, I do try to do tarot for myself. I don't do very well with it. My husband asks me for tarot readings all the time, given some readings to his friends that he's asked me to, and they all enjoyed it and, want to have other ones and stuff. So I'm slowly but surely getting back into it. It's going to take a while, but I'm back and I'm here and I'm enjoying it. And I really appreciate this tag, Brian, and hope to see you in many, many more. Hope to do many more tags. And until next time, bye.